Hi guys, what's the tea? So it's your girl Polly, formerly of The Real Tea. I'm coming to you today because there's been a lot of drama with what was The Real Tea in the last couple of weeks, and I'm sure you guys have all heard about it. You all know, um, and those of you who don't, it honestly, it's petty. It's childish, and it's something that I no longer intend to involve myself in. I just recently, actually today, made a video and watched it back, and it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Everything that I was saying was me, obviously, because I was the one saying it, but it's not who I am to be petty like that. Watching it back just it offended me, like, just for me myself. Like, I was raised better than that. I'm a higher caliber of person, and I don't mean that to come off as really snobby or anything like that. I just know who I am, and for me to have made that film that I made and post it would have been outside of my character, and I don't want to do anything outside of my character. But I will tell you a little bit of what happened as biasly as I possibly can, because this is what's the tea. So obviously, I'm going to be spilling some tea. So, a good girlfriend of mine and I were sitting in a bar, just having a couple cocktails, kikiing and cooing, whatever, just having a good old time, and talking about the state of the trans community and where we are and where we want to go and how we want to be involved in that. And we had spoken about it prior, and nothing had really happened. And so I just started to express my 100% desire to move forward, to do something, to get ourselves seen, noticed, and be a part of this movement that's happening for our community. And said girlfriend says to me, come up with a concept, come up with a name, and we'll start filming. And so I did those things. What I came up with was the Fishy Report. And that name was chosen because being called fishy is a term of endearment in our community. Fish is technically a prison slang for a very feminine male in prison. Outside of prison, it's it's just a term of endearment that we give to each other. You'll hear another drag queen, call another drag queen fishy. You hear that all the time on RuPaul's Drag Race. Ooh, girl, you're so fish. That's a term of endearment. And so the Fishy Report, us being very passable trans women, I thought that was a perfect name. She didn't like it, so we changed it, and that's where the real tea came from. And the real tea is more so a derivative of the actual show, the real, because we're because and we did our 2 episodes, and they were cute, and we had a lot of supporters, a lot of people backing us in our corner, a lot of actual big notoriety, and could have continued to progress had we kept up with production like we had originally planned. And when I say notable or stuff like that, I'm speaking in the trans community, the Trans Center of Awareness, the Trans Center of Equality, like big organizations were watching us. And that's something cool. That's something to be excited about. That's something to brag about, at least, I thought. Um, so, an incident had happened, and we had to halt production for about a month. and we were slated to come back September 15th. Well, September 12th, my phone starts blowing up notifications that my Twitter account password had been changed for the realty, that my Facebook account password for the realty had been changed, and then I went and checked my Instagram for the realty and I couldn't log on to that either. And alarmed and dismayed as I was, I went and I checked our Gmail account to see if that password had been changed also. Thankfully, it hadn't been. And I'm not a very petty person by nature, but you if you bring that out of me, you've brought it out, it's here, and this is what's going to happen. And so I took the petty road, which I shouldn't have, and I changed the password on the Gmail account. Changing the password on the Gmail account also changed the password for the YouTube account, so now she was completely locked out of that and had no access to the videos. I didn't want her to be able to take down something that I had worked really hard on and was proud of. Now, in doing that, I pretty much started an even bigger war than I should have. I should have just, you know, bowed out quietly, started my own thing, and moved on, kept it moving, kept it 100, and allowed her to continue to slanderize my name and everything like that on false stuff. But by me doing this, taking the email away from her, taking away the YouTube page from her, I allowed her now to, she now has ammo to speak badly about me, and it's slightly factual because I did do it. I mean, there's a reason for people doing what they do, and I'm sure that reason isn't being shared on all of her accounts that she has taken over, and from what I keep hearing, continues to badger me and degrade me and speak about me outside of my name and negatively and everything like that. I cannot stop her from doing any of those things. I have never done any of those things on any social media to her in person, via text message or email. I stand by the type of person that I am, and I honestly feel that you can't win when you're dirty. What I did, though, was kind of dirty, and I am going to do as she asks because she has requested numerous times in about 13 to 14 different emails in all caps, yelling and screaming, calling me outside of my name, and things of that nature, for me to take down the videos because she doesn't want her likeness next to mine. I can do that. And I almost don't have a choice not to now because she went and made a complaint with YouTube. And I replied to that complaint, letting them know that it was the other person in the video who was making the complaint, that it was a joint page, that, you know, we're no longer working on together, and so she has been locked out of, and now all she can do is complain and put negative comments on it instead of taking them down herself. So I will go ahead and take them down, but I am going to replace it with this. I am going to keep the account, but I'm probably not going to post anything else to it. It'll just stay. And that's my little bit of petty spite that you pulled out of me. That's just going to stay. And I can't put it back. I can put it back for other people. I won't be petty and spiteful towards other people because they haven't done that to me. But when you do that to me and you bring that out of me, I can only show that to you going forward. So that's kind of what it is going to be. I'm just going to keep it because it is mine and take down those videos because I have them. I edited them. I mean, I have the 3 hours that we shot for both of those videos that I edited down to half an hour. And I can keep those and send them to whomever I want as representation of what I'm capable of doing. And that's really what I like having them for. That's really their whole purpose, is so that I can let people know, hey, I'm serious about stuff like this. I am a mini trans activist. I am capable of producing something. I'm capable of editing something down. I'm capable of doing these things and working in this industry. And that isn't exactly what I'm after, but I do want awareness to be spread. And I do think that it's better coming from us, from trans women, as opposed to just the media. And I think Janet Mock is doing a great job holding it down for us, but I want to be sitting next to her one day. I want to be a Janet Mock co-host. That would be amazing. So if maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll send something off to her to let her know my interest and what I am capable of as a trans woman of color. But all of that said, the videos will be taken down. This will be the first and probably the only video for What's the Tea on the Real Tees page. I don't think I'm going to make a page for What's the Tea. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, no, for What's the Tea. I don't think I'm going to make a YouTube page. It'll probably just be my YouTube page um, under Polly Simone, because I'm going to be 30 and there's no reason to hide anymore. This is who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I'm still not at a point where I'm going to wear a sign around my neck that says trans woman of color. But if anyone is to ever ask me whether I'm trans or not, they will be answered honestly, because there's nothing for me to hide anymore. I'm done with that. And I don't want to surround myself with people who are hiding. I don't want to surround myself with negative people who don't care about our community, because our community is important. Our community is very important. There are girls out there who need our assistance, who need our help. And just a little segue, my best friend from high school just released an album a couple weeks ago. Her name's Andra Day. The name of the album is Cheers to the Fall, and the best song on that album is Rise. And it's just an amazing song. It's a powerful message. My favorite lyric is, I rise like a wave. I rise up in spite of the ache. I rise up and I do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope. And for that, we have each other. So I'm going to continue with the hashtag that I started for the Real Tea of keep hope, because that is all we need. And for that, we have each other. Let's keep hope together. Never lose faith in yourself. Never lose faith in your community. They may backbite, they may come hard for you, but never lose faith, because there are people out there who do support you. There are people out there who care about you. And allow your haters to be your motivators. That's what they're there for. They're there to motivate you, to remind you that you're doing something, girl. You're doing something great. And keep it up. Just keep smiling, keep swimming, keep hope, and never let someone steal your sunshine. All right, guys, so that's my time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. There will be more from me. This isn't going to be a negative forum for slandering people or anything like that. I want to bring trans stories, negative and positive, because that's the world that we live in, unfortunately. I want to do makeup tutorials. I want to do fashion tutorials. I want to help the women out there who are striving to be passable but don't see what they need to actually do. I want to teach women of the trans community that you can do more with less, and you don't have to have all of the money of the Jenners to pass on a regular basis. Keeping hope is the name of the game. It's my whole theme, my whole motto. And reach out if you guys need help, if you need assistance, any of that stuff. I'm here for you. I want to be a positive, I just want to be positive and helpful in the trans community. And I appreciate your time. And to all of my haters, thank you. Thank you so much. Because all you're doing is inspiring me for greatness. And I appreciate that. You guys have a great day. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.